Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of David Essel Alive, helping Americans heal, the most positive podcast you'll ever find right here on Buzzsprouts.com. Today, how do we dance with God? Is it even possible? Is it possible to dance with God and to feel that incredible joy within exploding into almost an alternate reality? Isn't that what a dance with God, the end result, is going to be? Ecstasy, bliss. Is it possible? Oh my Lord, it's possible. And I'm going to give you a couple ideas today on this program. I want more people dancing with God on a daily basis. I don't care if it's noon, if it's midnight, if it's 8 a.m., if it's 6 a.m., it doesn't matter. But when you dance with God, you have a different perspective on life. David Essel here. Yes, you're listening to the most positive podcast in the world, David Essel Live. Over 35 years, syndicated radio, talk show host, podcast host, TV host, #1 best-selling author. The list goes on and on. But most importantly, we are here, we are here to give you the latest information on how you can radically change your life. And I've got to tell you a couple stories here. What would it look like for you if you were dancing with God? What would it look like? Have you heard that phrase, dance like no one's watching? Well, that's dancing with God. Like you don't care. You go into flow. You can use the most incredible spiritual Eastern music in the world if you want to go that route. You can use no music whatsoever. If you've never Googled the Sufi dancers, you've got to do it. You really just do have to do it. The whirling dervishes, they're called. And what they do is they spin until they are one with the divine. They go into these spinning motions, a spin that goes constantly taking them out of consciousness and bringing them up into the highest level of human consciousness, which is oneness with God, which is oneness with the divine. And there's no religion. There's no background. There's no error. People like to use the word sin. I don't like to use the word sin. All it means is error. There's no error that you've ever done that God would block you from dancing with him. He's calling you right now through me. He's calling you to come and to grab his hand and to allow him to twirl you into this unbelievable existence called oneness. I was introduced to this concept of dancing with God. I want to tell you this story because it literally changed me. In 1987, I was going through all kinds of really deep, incredible spiritual experiences like past life regression. Oh my God, I went through several past life regressions that blew my mind. What I learned about myself, what I learned about the past and how it's still with me today and how the lessons in my past lives were there to get me awakened to make this life different, deeper, more ecstatic, more with God. And so I was invited to this, this divine dance evening. I had no idea what it meant. Divine dance. It sounded interesting, but I'm not a dancer. I'm a stiffy dancer. My legs stay locked. My arms stay locked. My shoulders stay locked. I'm kind of like a Frankenstein dancer. But I dance anyway because I love that movement. So I'm sitting here being invited to the divine dance, not knowing what it means, not knowing what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking, oh my God, everyone there is going to be dancing beautifully. And I'm going to be stiffy dancer. I'm going to be Frankenstein. I'm going to be whatever. So we go to this woman's house and there had to be 20 other people there. And we do this beautiful meditation that sets everything up for the divine dance. And then she says, I'm going to put this music on. It was incredibly, the downbeat was powerful. It had a boom to it, but it also had this spiritual feeling to it. It was immensely gorgeous. And then she said, everyone stand up and start dancing with the divine. And I'm sitting there going, what does that mean? I need instructions. I need a roadmap. I need a book. I need a teacher. I need a something. And I looked at her and she shook her head and smiled, like, don't ask me questions, just go dance. And I still didn't know what to do. And I saw these people like flowing with God, and you could see their eyes are closed and they're flowing around. I don't flow, okay? I'm just not a flower. When it comes to dancing, I wouldn't know how to flow if you said this is how you flow. I probably wouldn't know because I am the master of the stiffy dance. But as I watched different people go into this ecstatic mind expression or facial expression. I knew I had to find a way. And everywhere I looked, I didn't connect. And I remember reading about the Sufis, the whirling dervishes, and I tried that. I tried spinning in a top, and I just got dizzy. Didn't work. And then it happened. I got this message to simply be a pogo stick. I don't know where the message came from, but it was to stay in place, to close your eyes, and to bounce up and down. I know it's going to sound so strange. I look like probably a kangaroo on drugs, because kangaroos would have danced in place much better than I did. But I'm hopping in place, going, I don't care what anyone thinks. I closed my eyes so I didn't see a soul. And as I started bouncing, I started getting into this rhythm of the music. And then I started turning a little bit to my left, and then a little bit more to my left. And before I knew it, I was doing these super slow circles as I pogo stick my way to God. And then it happened. And I completely lost myself in this transcendent space where I didn't hear the music and I didn't feel my movement. I was one with the divine. I was one with God. I was in this most incredible, ecstatic state. And then the music started getting softer. And my body followed the music. And before I knew it, I was barely moving, swaying side to side, feeling the arms of God around me. And then I just dropped to my knees in ecstasy. I want you to do this. I want you to try this. Don't worry. Do it in a closed room with no mirrors or no anything. It doesn't matter. But the Sufis, the whirling dervishes, have been doing this for centuries. There are other people that find other ways to dance with God. You can use music or not. What I found was the pulsating deep boom that was surrounded by cymbals, and this Eastern type of music was the strangest combination I'd ever heard, and yet it was exactly what I needed to get out of my mortal self and to become unionized with the one, with the divine, with the ecstasy of creation. And I'm no different than you. And my little ego was all nervous that I was going to be judged by people around me. And I was all nervous that people were going to be laughing at what I did. And as I would crack my eyes open a little bit during this dance, no one was paying attention to me at all. And that's when I let go. And that's when I became one, which you have every opportunity in the world to do right now. Go for it. Try it. Do it multiple times. I ended up going to this divine dance for probably about 12 straight weeks. And every week it was more fun and more liberating because I just let go. I let go of all judgment, all self-judgment. And I want you to do the same. If I can help you at all, go to talkdavid.com. Don't ever forget, we've got 3 books there for free. You can download #1 bestsellers, for God's sake, we're giving for free. There's blogs for free. You can do a 20-minute free discovery session with me on the phone. You can work, whatever. Go to talkdavid.com. Get all the free books. Get all the free everything. And then write in your calendar after you're done watching this. Share these videos, for God's sake. Write in your calendar after you're done watching this, to put down a day and time and space. Maybe it's every Sunday night from 7 to 7:15. But put it on paper. Put it in your calendar. Put it in your schedule. And dance with the ecstasy of the divine. I'm David Essel. You're tuned in to David Essel Alive, helping Americans heal. The #1 most positive podcast in the universe, right here on Buzzsprouts.com. The website, talkdavid.com. And this is Good News with David Essel. Have a beautiful day.